AI can generate 100 angles for your scene in minutes, and your edit can still feel impossible to follow. That's the surprise of the AI era. Pixels got cheap, but coherence did not. Continuity is not a software feature you toggle on at the end. It's a set of rules you decide up front, so the viewer always knows where they are, or so they know exactly when you want to disorient them. Start with a simple idea. Coverage is not more angles. Coverage is the set of shots that lets you cut without losing geography, eye lines, direction, or cause and effect. AI can execute alternate angles, inserts, pickups, even synthetic over the shoulders, but you still decide where the audience is standing, mentally, through the whole scene. So the first high-impact move is to build a continuity map before you chase style. Picture a top-down floor plan. Mark where each character is. Mark entrances and exits. Mark the main props that matter. Mark the light sources, like a window or a practical lamp. Then mark a few camera positions that make sense. That map does one thing that prompts often fail to do. It forces you to commit to the scene's geography. Once you do, every generated shot becomes easier to judge. Not, is it pretty, but does it match the world we already taught the viewer? Next, protect the axis of action, the famous 180-degree line. Draw an imaginary line between the two forces that define the moment. In dialogue, that's usually the two speakers. In action, it might be pursuer and target, or driver and destination. If you keep the camera on one side of that line, left stays left, right stays right. Suddenly, the viewer stops doing mental math and starts feeling tension. Crossing the line can be powerful, but only when it's earned. Use a neutral shot, a clear re-establishing wide, a visible camera move, or let the subject move in a way that resets orientation. Otherwise, characters appear to swap sides, and a clean argument turns into visual noise. Another continuity pillar is eye line. When character A looks slightly camera left, the reverse should motivate that look. Eye height matters too. If one character is seated and the other is standing, that power relationship shows up in the angle. If your AI-generated close-up changes the eye level, you may accidentally rewrite the scene. Screen direction is the same idea, but for movement. If someone exits frame right, and in the next shot they enter frame right again, the brain flags it. Chase scenes, dance travel, hallway movement, crowd movement, all of it becomes readable when you assign a direction and stick to it. When you do need to flip direction, use a wide reset, a landmark, a door, a sign, or a pan that clearly turns the world. Then there's matching action at the cut point. Cutting works best on repeated motion, not random frames. Standing, sitting, turning, grabbing, opening a door, lifting a glass. If one angle shows the hand already on the object, and the next angle shows the hand reaching again, the viewer feels a glitch. Sometimes you want that glitch, like agitation or comedy. Most of the time, you don't. Performance continuity is the one people forget, especially with AI pickups. A perfect match on wardrobe and lighting cannot save a close-up that belongs to a different emotional beat. Track the state. Defensive, curious, cornered, angry, resigned. If the scene's energy escalates, your coverage should escalate with it, not bounce around. Shot size progression is a simple way to control that pressure. Start wider when the viewer needs geography. Move tighter when the scene turns inward, toward decision and reaction. Go wide again when a new physical fact matters, like someone entering, distance changing, or violence starting. Random close-ups that do not mark a story beat or a lyric beat often feel like AI-generated filler, even when they are gorgeous. Lens and lighting continuity matter for the same reason. Keep focal lengths in a coherent family unless a shift is motivated. A 35mm master, a 50mm two-shot, and a 75mm close-up tend to feel like one space. A sudden ultra-wide reverse can feel like a different universe, unless you tie it to panic, comedy, surveillance, or a point of view. Lighting is not just cinematic, it's direction, contrast, and logic. If the key light is motivated by a window camera left, reverses should not suddenly put the window on the other side.